What's up, everybody? James Ing here, Biblical Success Coach. I help entrepreneurs get unstuck, 10x your results with less hustle. So, today we're going to be going into this daily wisdom portion and talk about how to change your paradigm. If you change your paradigm, you're going to change your life. So, if that sounds like something interesting to you, like this. Also, share this. And if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube, please do, because we put this and a ton of other stuff as well, too, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But comment below on a scale of 1 to 10 today as you're watching this. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Your attitude determines your altitude. It is super important that we feel good. And in fact, it's going to deal with what we are going to be talking about today, which is changing your paradigm. And a paradigm, good morning, is a set of habits that control everything in your life. 10, good. Awesome. It controls everything in your life. And you want to change in your business, you want to change in your money, you want to change in your life. We have to know how to actually change your paradigm. So, how do we actually do that? Here's a couple of simple things. And I want you to think about what you want to change. Is it your money? Is it your business? Is it a certain type of goal that you have? Something that you can measure. And you can always know what your paradigm is based off the results. Jim Rohn says the results are the name of the game. And we have to confront this mirror. It's kind of like for the ladies out there, maybe guys will too. From what I've heard is when you're looking at one of those convex mirrors, you know, the ones that like put your pores super big and you're looking in it, you're like, oh, gross. Like, what is that? You know, that's how I feel when I look at my face. I'm like, look at these holes and these craters. You're like, oh my gosh, what's going on, right? If you want to change your results, you have to actually look at them. So I want you to think about your business right now. I want you to think about your money right now. I want you to think about the growth that you have right now. And the reality is this is whatever the results are, it is a direct result of what your paradigm is. We have to confront it. We have to make a decision, number one, to change it. How do you change your paradigm? You don't work on the old one. So let's say your old paradigm is a certain money amount, right? I work with a lot of teammates and they're making like, let's say $1,000 a month. No matter what you do, it could be a different strategy, different plan, a different thing. It's never tactics. It's never working more necessarily. But you have to confront this and be like, all right, let's say my paradigm right now is an extra $1,000 a month in my business. All right, that's the paradigm. That's what it is. You don't work on the old one. You simply make a new one. So let's say you're making 1,000 a month right now, but you want 10,000 a month. Your paradigm, your new goal is I am a person that makes $10,000 a month. And you start to think about that. Number one, how do you change your paradigm? You work on the new one by repetition. Repetition. So instead of saying to ourselves, all right, I want to change my $1,000 a month paradigm, you simply say, I am the type of person, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $10,000 a month. You start to become that new person. You start to think about that new goal. At the beginning, it's going to look absolutely crazy. Let's 10x your money right now, right? Let's 10x your business. How do you 10x your business? You have to first accept that that's even possible. Now, your conscious mind is going to fight you like crazy. Your subconscious mind is going to fight you like crazy because it's not who you are right now. It's just like if you're somebody that wants to lose 20 pounds, and let's say right now you weigh 180 pounds, you're not the 160-pound person yet. But you have to accept the new idea by repetition. So how do you reprogram? How do you change your paradigm? Constantly repeating the new idea, constantly repeating the new goal. So you start to look at this goal of $10,000 a month instead of $1,000 a month, and you say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $10,000 a month. And put more imagery to it. Put more emotion to it. Put more detail to it. If you're having trouble with it, put clarity to it. What would $10,000 a month do for you? Sort of actually write it out. Right in the day of a life. What would that look like to me? What would I do? What would I do? What would you do with your family? What would you do with your tithe? What would you do with your extra earnings? How would that feel like? The goal is to repeat it, but to have emotion with it. And the reason is this, because we have a conscious and a subconscious Conscious thinks in logic and rationale. The subconscious thinks in emotion. It doesn't think in words. So if you start to put yourself into that emotion of having it already, $10,000 extra a month, and you start getting excited about it. You start getting thrilled about it, and it's not law of attraction, right? Law of attraction, just visualizing something by itself doesn't do anything, right? I don't believe in law of attraction, but I do believe that there's a law of action. But what you have to do is, logically speaking, is if you want a different result, you have to change your actions. If you want a different action, you have to change your emotions. You want to change your emotion, you got to change the way that you think. So just thinking this by itself is not going to do anything, right? This is not one of those, let me just rub this genie lamp type of thing, and let me just hope that things start to happen. Let me give another example. Why does this work? Why does this work psychologically? Did you know that in your brain, you have multiple aspects of your brain? And there's one part of your brain, it's called the reticular activating system. Comment below the letters RAS. I want you to study this. RAS, reticular activating system. Reticular activating system. And this is the part that helps you to filter out what you actually take in from all the things that you see, the things that you're actually experiencing. Because if you think your brain is like a filtering thing, because we got so much stuff going on all the time around us, don't we? Imagine all the scents and sounds and tastes and sights that you see all the time. There's a lot of stuff. So your brain can only hold in so much stuff. So this reticular activating system filters what is important to you. You've triggered the reticular activating system before. Have you ever bought a new clothing? You bought a new dress? You bought new shoes? You bought a new car? And all of a sudden, the next day, it's like you're seeing everyone else has that same car. Have you noticed that before? Where before you're like, no one got this thing, that's why I'm going to go get it. Now you got it. You're like, why is this car everywhere? And it's not that it just automatically became everywhere. It's because you are now aware to this new idea. You now have this reticular activating system starting to be programmed there. Like, all right, so I buy a Tesla, and now I'm like, oh, now I see Teslas everywhere. Why? It's in your awareness. So what happens is when you start to think about this new paradigm of 10xing your income, from 1,000 a month to 10,000 a month, from 10,000 a month to 100,000 a month, what starts to happen is this. You reprogram your RAS, your reticular activating system, to start to now see the things that can actually lead to those types of income opportunities. If you don't think about 10xing your money, if you don't think about 10xing your business, you're not going to see the ideas that are going to lead you to 10xing your business. Does that make sense? Put a 10 in the comments if that makes sense to you. So the idea by itself is not going to lead you to more money. Like, you're not just going to sit there and be like, and things happen. God don't bless the person that is not putting to work in their hands, right? He wants us to work. But we have to first start to think to ourselves, all right, what's this new paradigm? What's this new idea that I want to have? And this is what then starts to happen, right? So you have to keep on repeating it, though, because at first your mind's not going to believe it. At first your mind's like, it's impossible. I can't do it. I've never done this before. It's not going to make sense. But you keep on doing it. You keep on repeating your goal. You keep on thinking to yourself, all right, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am this type of person. I'm so happy and grateful that I've 10x my results. I'm so happy and grateful that and it's not going to make any sense, but there's going to come a time. This is what's going to start to happen. Your neurons literally start to wire differently. Neurons that wire together, fire together. You literally are making new synaptic connections in your brain, new awarenesses in your brain. And it's crazy how that all works. And your reticular activating system is now becoming aware. And then there comes a day when you start to think, oh, if I want to make 10 times more money, you might see something online and it was always there, but you saw an opportunity. You're like, let's say you're in your business. You're like, if I want to 10x my money, I got to 10x my leads. So I need to figure out, how do I create more leads? And you see a program. You're like, how to generate more leads. Oh, okay, I should go take that. Or let's say you're like, well, if I want to make more money, then I got to have 10 times more people. I need a better the way that I convert people, right? So you see a program or you see a video or you see something that can help you become better at converting. Like, oh, okay, I need to do that. You start to get ideas that you weren't thinking before. And because now you see that those ideas can lead you to your new desired result, you get excited, don't you? And then you take action expectantly and like, I need to master this thing. And as you start to do things that way, as you start to reprogram this new paradigm of your result of 10xing results, you start to see that there's opportunities out there that are always there. And you start to then take action. And that's literally how you reprogram your paradigm. Just think about the new one. Just accept a new thought. And it sounds crazy at first if you've never done this before, but just accept it. Just try it. Now with the quick story, this morning I was up since 5 a.m. because we're in a place where we're quantifying our results. We want to 10x our income, right? So 10x our income, we're like, how do we do that? In the last couple of months, as I started to accept this new idea, I started to think, okay, I need to be able to scale faster. I need to be able to be on social media. I need to be able to have more contacts. I need to brand myself. So I started thinking about, I need to learn how to like build a funnel. I need to learn how to build a website. I need to learn this social media marketing strategy. I need to do this and this and this and this. And we're launching now a website, and we're launching now a digital product, and we're launching now a way that we're doing our business, and we're like different ways that it doesn't take more effort to get more results. But just by applying this, we can 10x our results. Tonight, we came up with one idea. In our online business, we said, how do we get more people to come take a look at what we got doing? We're going to just do one live webinar a week, and we're going to drive the entire team to do this one webinar. And already I'm seeing the registration for tonight for that business. And we already have, we just had this idea maybe 4 weeks ago. We're already going to have 10 times the amount of new prospects looking at our business. And it takes less work because I only have to do one live call a week. And the team's getting results as well. Like that's all it takes. But if we did not have the idea at first that we could even 10x your income, if you don't have even the idea that you can 10x your business, you're not going to think differently. You're not going to act differently. To reprogram your paradigm, you must accept the new idea. You must continue to repeat it. You must act as if, think as if it's already done. And you're going to see how you're going to start to grow in a new awareness, new ideas, and then take immediate action on that. And you're going to start to see how that's all going to happen. You can 10x your results with less hustle. You just have to accept that idea. All right. So if this encouraged you, I'd love to hear in your comments below. If you're not yet subscribed to our YouTube, please do. We put this and a ton of other cool content out there as well too. Like this, share this, all that cool stuff. Other than that, let's go out there and crush the day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.